Well, let me introduce you.
Okay.
This is incredible.
Thanks,
So,
James.
you're welcome. You're worthy of an introduction. So, hey everyone, I'm James here with Ben, and I've got my friend Dale here who came to us about 6 weeks ago, right?
Something like that.
Yep. Had some discomfort in the neck and limited range of motion. Am I
Absolutely.
underplaying it a little bit?
Quite a bit.
Okay, well, I'll let you tell the story in just a second. But this is just incredible. Here we are 6 weeks post-treatment. Dale had fusion, anterior fusion, as well as posterior fusion of the cervical spine. And here we are at 6 weeks, and we've got just a smiling, happy man. His wife is next to him, just happy because she's seen what he's doing nowadays. So let me turn it over to you. Normally I ask questions, but you just tell them what's going on.
First of all, I think to describe what I was like when I came in is when I was sitting across from the doctor and he said, let me see how far you can move your head. I said, I did. And so he says, okay. So he knew I couldn't move my head. I'm moving my head right now like I did for him. But today, I can do anything I want to. It came about in an unusual way for me. I was given up by a doctor, which I cared a lot about. He went out of his way to take and help me. And he said he couldn't do any more, and he sent me here to this place. And after the regeneration cell therapy that I received, it was just a few days, and I got up like I normally do, got my breakfast, and went to church. And I realized I forgot my collar for my neck to support it. And I realized as the day went on, I don't need it. And I have since put the collar in the closet and haven't used it or pulled it out. I've been using my neck more and more. Second, as the days went on, I was like maybe a few days later, probably up to a week. And I was leaving the house and Paul says, "You need your canes?" I says, "No, I didn't need them anymore." Why did I use my canes? Because I was stiff and I needed to stabilize myself. And it helped me. Well, I use them now to be stable. Not them, actually, one. Sometimes, not all the time. Depends on how far I need to go. I don't use them in the yard, I don't use them in the house. If I have a distance to go, I use one, maybe. Because now I can move my head, I can look around. And then the third thing that came about was what really bothered me. I gave up driving because I couldn't see at an intersection cars to the left and to the right. And I was concerned. I had already had 2 close calls, and that concerned me. I don't want to hurt myself, but more important, I don't want to hurt somebody else. And so I gave up driving, but I drove, a few blocks, and there I was overcautious. But I got to the intersection that one day, and I looked down the road, and I saw further down the road than I ever remember. And then I looked the other direction, and I looked down the road that way, and realized I could now look down the road in both directions without limitation, almost as much as I could when I was a kid, and that's it. It's just been recovery. I came close to giving up, but I am persistent and haven't ever. I don't like that idea. We have a saint that we say, pray, hope, and don't worry. Well, I wasn't worried. I just felt that I had to accept it. But now I know I didn't have to accept it. There is something out there in the world today that we need to look at again and closer look at to help those of us who are in continuous pain, continuous limitations, knowing that there is something out there for us that can be a cure. I love the people that work for me. I do love people in general, but more so than I can imagine or I can tell you. I love what's happened to me, I'm thankful for it. I also thank God for it because I am sure His hand is involved. I trust these people. What are the complications and what do you call them? Side effects? Pleasantry, happiness, thrills. Those are the side effects. Try it, you'll like it. Amen. Oh.
Amen.
Wow.